So, good evening everyone, welcome to the almost complete Barnet family Passover. You should have on email, you got one of these, which is a really shortened version of the Passover. And what we're going to do is try and walk our way through this without falling out or hurting each other in a way that I hope makes sense for you. You're kind of invited to join us. I'm really sorry if we ruin your Passover for you, but this is the best we can do, okay? So, we're going to give this a go. Oh my gosh. Right. So welcome to the Passover Seder, the ancient festival meal during which the story of the redemption of the people of Israel from slavery in Egypt is retold. Tonight we continue our journey through Holy Week towards the cross as we join Jesus and his disciples in that upstairs room as they celebrate Passover together. So at the start of the Passover meal, it's traditional to light 2 candles, I'm going to give that a go, to set apart the normal from the special festival time. Do you want to read this bit for us?
As you light the candle, are you aware of God's presence in this moment?
How are we doing? Keep going, we'll get there. You do the one nearest you, I'll do the other one. Wicked, good skills. So we say this bit together, the bit in bold. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who preserved us and sustained us, and brought us to enjoy this festival season. So this is the first cup, if you want to grab your first cup, of 4 that are drunk at the Passover Seder. 4 cups to commemorate God's 4-fold promise of redemption to the children of Israel. I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will deliver you from their bondage. And I will also redeem you with an outstretched arm. Then I will take you from my people, and I will be your God. So as we drink this, you guys drink, I'll say this. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. You've got to finish it. Oh. Do you want to... I'll give you a little bit more.
No, just a little bit.
There we go. As you can see, we haven't rehearsed this. So a significant part of the Passover meal is set aside to remember the story of Israel's exodus from Egypt. So do you want to read the questions?
Why is this night different from all other nights? On other nights we may eat either leavened or unleavened bread. This night only unleavened. On other nights we may eat any kind of herbs. Tonight we must eat bitter herbs. On other nights we do not dip either once. Tonight twice, parsley into salt. On other nights we eat sitting on or
Reclining.
Tonight we all recline.
Wicked. Good skills. So clearly we're not reclining, so this is as close as you're going to get to reclining. And the next bit says, may we never forget that we were once slaves, but now we are free. Molly, do you want to read that passage? Actually, we're going to read that bit after we've done the passage.
The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in Egypt, This month is to be for you the first month of your year. Tell the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, each man is to take a lamb for this family, one for each household. If any household is too small for a whole lamb, they must share one with the nearest neighbour, having taken into account the number of people there are. You are to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance with what each person will eat. The animals you choose must be 10-year-old males without defect, and you may take them from the sheep or goats. Take care of them until the 14th day of the month, when all members of the community of Israel must slaughter them at twilight. Then they are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the door frames of the houses where they eat the lambs. That night they are to eat the meat roasted over the fire, along with bitter herbs and bread made without yeast. Do not eat the meat raw or boiled in water, but roast it over the fire with the head, legs and internal organs. Do not leave any of it till the morning. If some is left till the morning, you must burn it. This is how you are to eat it: your cloak tucked into your belt, your sandals on your feet, and your staff over your heads. Eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So we're not going to read the whole of Exodus 12 because it goes on for quite a while. So you can read the rest afterwards if you want. But we should say this bit together. So if you want to say this bit bold here after the Exodus reading. May we never forget that we were once slaves, but now we are free. So as we prepare the second cup, do you want to get the second cup? It's tradition to remove 10 red drops of wine from our cups as we recite the 10 plagues, as a remembrance that while Israel was redeemed through these plagues, people did suffer. So remove a drop of wine. So what you do is you put your finger in the drink and then put a drop onto your napkin as we go through the 10. You literally put it. So blood, frogs, lice, flies, cattle disease, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and the slaying of the firstborn. And then as you drink the second cup, each person should drink their cup of wine and juice. Let's drink it, then we're going to say this verse together. If you want to drink. Let us remember him as we drink.
So the fourth cup, we're going to pour a bit more juice or wine into your cup. And during the Passover meal, participants taste a number of foods that we've got here. And as the Passover story is retold, and we've got parsley that represents life. It's dipped into the salt water, so if everybody wants to take some parsley, I'll give you some parsley. Not yet, this way now. Wait until I say. And it's dipped into the salt water to remind us that life without redemption is a life immersed in tears. So if you want to dip your parsley and then taste it. And then we've got the unleavened bread. We've used crackers or whatever you can find, and this is to represent the haste with which people left Israel. The people of Israel left Egypt, so the bread had no time to rise. So do you want to take your cracker?
Should we just break bits off?
Yeah, just break a bit off.
I've got a really dry mouth.
Yeah. Well, I'm not drinking anymore. And then we've got the bitter herbs. We've got horseradish just here. And you need to take another bit of unleavened bread, so everybody get another bit of cracker and dip it into the horseradish. And this is to represent the bitterness of slavery. And it's eaten initially on its own and then on the unleavened bread, so we'll dip it in. And then you want to take another bit of cracker. I'll just share that out. And this here is the haraseth. It's like a sticky sweet mixture, and this is to represent the mortar by which was used by the Israelites when they were slaves in their building. So you want to dip your bread in there and taste that. It should be a bit sweeter. And then you can just spend a bit of time tasting some of the food and remembering the story. So before the meal, a piece of unleavened bread is broken and hidden around the house. So what we might do is just get a piece of napkin and hide it. And you might want to just hide it somewhere, and then the youngest person at the table or during the meal is called, the bread is called the afikomen, which comes after, and it's the last food that's eaten at the Passover meal. And the youngest member goes and finds it, so go and find the.
Oh, well done.
And it says if there's more than one of you in the house, you can take a piece of unleavened bread and wrap it in the napkin, and one of you can hide it, and then another one can go and find it. So you can go and do that as many times as you like. And once you've found it, you'll be pleased about this, you get a small gift. So that's your gift. Save it for later though, don't eat it now. And at this point in the Passover, Jesus took the afikomen and he gave thanks and he broke it. And he said it to them saying, "This is my body which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And that's Luke 22 verse 19. So now you want to share, you break it, you can break it and share it out. I'll just share, it's not very big now, so I'll share this one. You can eat that. And as we eat it, we can say, let's put it together.
Let us remember him as we eat.
As we eat.
So we're up to the third cup. And the third cup is the cup of redemption, which is taken immediately after the last piece of bread. And Jesus took the cup, saying, This is the cup of the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you," which is from Luke 22:20. And so we take a drink and we say together,
Let
"Let us remember him
as
as
we
we
drink."
drink." You can finish your drink.
So we've got one more cup. Are you happy with Schlur?
Yes, please.
So the fourth cup is now drunk. An additional cup is filled and set apart for the prophet Elijah, who it was prophesied would return and herald the coming of the Messiah. So after dinner, the door is opened wide in the hope that Elijah will return to announce the coming of the Messiah. So would the youngest like to go and open the door? Actually do leave it open, thinking about it. Good man. So we're going to say this bit together. So we'll have a drink of the fourth cup. And if we say this bit here. We know that Messiah has come. Let us join our hearts together in gratitude for the coming of the Messiah, for his death and resurrection, and for the promise of his return. So do you want to close your eyes, and we're going to spend a couple of minutes in silence, and then acknowledging Jesus' presence and resting in him and saying thank you for all that he is to you. So let's just be still, and I'm going to pray. Jesus, thank you that you're present with us as we do this. Jesus, thank you that you're present with every single individual and family as they do this evening. Jesus, we're doing this because we want to journey with you through the whole of Holy Week and remember all the amazing things you talked about and you did with your disciples, and of course the most incredible thing in history, your death and resurrection. So help us to be awake to you in this moment and throughout the rest of Holy Week, we ask. In your name. Amen.
Amen.
Do you want to bring us into land? Yeah.
Now our Seder is concluded. It's time to leave Jesus in the upstairs room. Tomorrow our journey with him to the cross will continue.
So should we say this bit together? Come, Lord Jesus, be our guest. Stay with us, for the day is ending. Come close to us, that we may come close to you. So it says here to take some time to bless the people in your house and your family and friends, your neighbours and other people you care about. So what we're going to do is we're going to bless all you guys who are watching this. So if you just want to, we're going to pray for you. So Father, would you bless every family, every person who is watching this or taking part in their own Passover, even if they're individuals on their own. Lord, would you bless them, and would you make your face to shine upon them, and would you reveal yourself in amazing ways? So shall we join that? Should we say, should we say this blessing over everybody who's watching together? May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you peace. Amen. So we hope that made sense. We hope we didn't destroy your Passover for you, and we hope you're able to join with us. You may want to do it your own way now and read the whole of Exodus, but please do. We hope you have a wonderful Passover meal, and we will see you tomorrow for Good Friday. Take care and God bless.